stock we're using.
Let's pull out some of this
Salute.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mike, and welcome to Bringing It Back Home. Did you ever have a day that started out great, got a little rocky in the middle, but wound up ending up great anyway? This particular day started and ended in a town called Beaune, which is the wine capital of the Burgundy region of France. We started our morning with that French equivalent of a power breakfast, café au lait and croissants, although we did skip the customary cigarettes.
Well, we were biking that day.
And we ended up back in Beaune with a delicious beef bourguignon. It took us a lot of trial and error, but we finally learned that a great beef bourguignon was made with short ribs.
Some short ribs here that we've floured, and we have a bunch of different root vegetables. We have parsnips, carrots, onions, and then for spice, we have some herbe de Provence and some Dijon mustard. So basically, the day started out like this. We were going to do a little bit of a bike ride that was going to start in Beaune and end in Beaune. And what ended up happening is we get about a a kilometer out of town, and I feel a telltale sign of my back tire sinking.
Okay, we're going to add the onions and the parsnips and the carrot into here.
So I have a flat, and it turns out that on the bike there was a saddlebag, and we had an extra tube. So we take out the tube, change the flat. 5 minutes later, we're back on our way. So I think it's time we should probably brown the meat.
Yeah, as this starts to sweat down, we can add the short ribs into here. Go ahead, you have enough room in there? Just move the vegetables to the side.
We're moving the vegetables to the side here.
And that flour is also going to add to your gravy, and you're going to have a nice thick gravy when this is all done.
Looks good.
Looks well good.
Yeah.
On all your sides, we're going to add enough red wine to cover. Want to get that, Jeff?
Sure.
Perfect. Great. And we're also going to add in a pinch of herbe de Provence and about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And you want to get that into the liquid because we're going to be stirring that in. And some salt and pepper.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. And I'm going to work around the ribs. And I'm going to stir all that in. Lower the heat, but we're going to let that simmer for about 3 hours.
Okay, so about 3 hours have passed, and this has been cooking on really low heat for about 3 hours. So the meat actually has fallen off the bones already, and we took it out, shredded it, and put it back in the sauce. And it's going to cook for about another half hour. This is what it looks like at this point.
When we got back to Beaune, the guy who owned the bike store was really embarrassed. I mean, he was like
embarrassed.
horrified when we told him about our day that faulty spoke poking through had caused the 5 flats. So by way of apology, he told us that we should go to his favorite restaurant in Beaune called Le Tonton.
Great.
And he said, absolutely, you have to have the beef bourguignon. It's the house specialty. And what we didn't know till we got there and ordered our dinner was that he had also called ahead and ordered a bottle of fabulous wine, a red Burgundy, to go with our beef bourguignon, and he had that charged to his account, which was absolutely amazing. And he was right. It was the best beef bourguignon that we had ever tasted.
Ever had.
So let's show you. We've shown you how to make it, and let's show you how it gets put together.
Here's the presentation.
You
So
do that,
basically,
and I'll hold on to this.
This is a biscuit cutter, about 4 inches, and I've set that in the center of the plate. And we're going to spoon in the mashed potatoes, which are a little bit stiffer. Use a little bit less milk there.
Right down there like that.
And then using a slotted spoon, I'm going to pull out some of this delicious shredded beef here. But not too much.
Right.
Yeah, it smells delicious too.
Very carefully, you take that ring off.
There we go.
Okay.
And I've already fried up some cross-cut potatoes.
I'm gonna move this back out of your way.
And what I'm going to do
Should get right there first.
is place these potatoes around the outside, forming like a basket here.
Just think about how impressed your guests will be
There
if
we go.
this comes to the table. Okay.
And voila.
Perfect. That is beautiful,
Here's the presentation.
tasty, and well-deserved, whether you've survived 5 flats or spent the whole day in the kitchen. Okay.
Santé.
Salute.
Okay.
Yes.